Fall is layering season, but are you committing any of these 5 frumpy layering mistakes? Hello everyone, it's me Serena. Thanks so much for joining me today. Temperatures have finally cooled off, at least here where I am, and it is sweater weather. We can wear those layers, those cozy pieces that we've all just been waiting to wear. But we don't want to make any of these 5 common frumpy layering mistakes. So that's what we're talking about today. Okay, mistake number 1 is wearing oversized with oversized, or baggy plus baggy. This is a style principle that I have spoken about in numerous videos. When you're wearing something kind of oversized and loose, you don't want to pair it with something else that is more baggy or loose. In this example, I'm wearing this beautiful cozy gray sweater layered over a t-shirt, and I paired it with these wide leg jeans and some cozy suede clogs. Now there's nothing wrong with the sweater and there's nothing wrong with the jeans or the shoes. It's just the way I've combined them here. The sweater's oversized, the pants are kind of wide, so that's giving me a very rectangular, blocky look. I'm losing my shape and it's just not a balanced look. So to fix this problem, I changed the jeans. You'll see the jeans later in the video, but for this outfit, I swapped out the jeans to a more streamlined pair. These are a slim fit jean from J. Crew, and I love these jeans. I've had them for years, and I swapped out those chunky suede mules for a traditional loafer. So now, I'm more streamlined on the bottom, so my upper half can be the oversized cozy sweater, and I have more balance to my outfit. And this is optional, but I did kind of pull up one side and tuck it into my pocket there, just so it wasn't creating a horizontal line across my hips, but you can leave it out. That's up to you, just showing you an option. So here is the before and the after of frumpy layering mistake number 1. If you're interested in any of the items I'm showing in today's video, they will be linked in the usual places. They will appear in the corner of the screen while I'm talking about the video, and they will also be linked at the top of the description box. Those pictures that are right there at the top of the description. You can also click on those to shop. That's the easiest way to shop the items. Now there might be some items I'm unable to link with the YouTube shopping links in the pictures, and those will be down in the description, in the text portion of the description. Layering mistake number 2 is too many thick or bulky layers. So you know what I'm talking about. You layer on so much that you're like the kid from A Christmas Story when his arms, won't go down because his mom has layered him up with so many sweaters and jackets and coats that his arms are out here. He can't even push them down. Well, that's an extreme example, but you want to follow the principle of thin to thick when layering. And the first example of this that comes to my mind that is just not quite right is this outfit. So, this from a distance may look okay, but what throws this outfit off upon closer inspection is you've got a sweater on top of a sweater, and that is too much of the same texture. And so it's competing with each other. I don't know if it's just me, but that looks kind of weird. Not to mention the static electricity you're going to create when you pull that top sweater off of the sweater underneath. That is no bueno. So when you're layering, you want to layer thin to thick. In this outfit, I'm layering this cable knit sweater over a white cotton button-up shirt. Or it may be the same sweater layered over a silk tank top. Or like in my first look, a cotton t-shirt layered over a fuzzy sweater. You don't want all your layers to be the same thickness or the same material. And if you're a really cold-natured person and you need an extra layer underneath, then I highly recommend these layering tees. These are from Uniqlo, and this is actually a cashmere t-shirt. It is very, very thin, but this is the ultimate base layer. So you can wear this under your sweaters, under tops, under whatever. Even if you're, going out skiing or whatever, this is a perfect base layer. It's so thin that it's going to layer beautifully under everything, but since it's cashmere, it's got those excellent insulating properties. So it's going to keep you really warm. Now, if cashmere is not your thing, not to worry. You can also get this kind of super fitted tee. I get these on Amazon. This one has more of a scooped neck. They come in crew necks, long sleeve, short sleeve. They're very stretchy and very fitted, so they will lay underneath your clothes and add an extra layer of warmth without adding any bulk. And another tip for getting that warmth without super thick layers is go for materials that have that natural insulating property, like this cashmere hoodie right here. This cashmere hoodie has been one of the best items I have purchased because it's casual, yet it's refined, it's cozy, it's comfy, and since it's made out of cashmere, it keeps you much warmer than the thickness would lead you to believe. It's one of my must-have pieces for fall and winter. Okay, for the third frumpy layering mistake, I'm going to see if you can guess what it is. So here in this outfit, I've got on a funnel neck sweater, some black pants, and some black booties. Pretty basic outfit, but it's fallen a little flat. Why is that? Does anyone know? I'm not showing any skin. Everything is covered down to my hands. There's nothing showing down at my feet. Nothing around my ankle is showing. And these pants being a slim fit, they're really a little bit too slim to wear any kind of boot with. That's another issue to itself. But it's flat because I'm not showing any skin. This is called the window principle. You want to let in some light. And the way you let some light into your outfit is by showing a little bit of skin somewhere. So compare that outfit to this one. Here I've got on the same pants, but I'm wearing that white cotton button-up shirt with the cable cardigan laid over it. So I've done a few things here. I swapped out the shoes. I'm wearing flats instead of boots, so I'm showing some skin down there around my foot. I have the cuffs of the shirt turned up over the sweater, so that is showing some skin at my wrists, and that's a very flattering area of a woman's body to show. It's a very tiny area, and you can show off some pretty bracelets or whatever you may be wearing. The other thing I've done is I've opened up the buttons here on the shirt. It's not buttoned up all the way to my neck. The first couple of buttons are undone, so I'm showing my neckline. All these things let in light and life to your outfit. Now, you don't have to do all three, but you need to do at least one with your outfit to show a little bit of skin to let the light into your outfit. For today's beauty break, I am sharing my lip combo because that's what I get asked about the most. And today I'm wearing a Fenty lip liner pencil. This is in the shade Riri, and it's just a nice true pink, and I filled my lips in all the way with that lip pencil. And then for a little bit of sheen, I topped it off with this gloss. It's also from Fenty Beauty. It's the Gloss Bomb gloss. Just a little bit there in the middle, and I worked that around my lips, and that adds just a little bit of sheen, and that is today's lip combo. I'm not sure if you're aware or not, but I have channel memberships now. And with a channel membership, you get access to more on my channel. You get priority response to comments if you leave comments. You can post members only posts and ask questions that I respond to. You get to view my videos earlier than everybody else. So you get a first look at everything, a first chance to hop on and buy that item before it has a chance to sell out, hopefully. And I do produce some members only content. So if you're interested in becoming a VIP channel member, you can click on the link down in the description or scan this QR code. Also, check out my weekly newsletter. That's where I go a little bit more in depth with what's going on around here. I recap everything YouTube, for the week. And I also give you the best sales and deals of the week. I scour the internet every week and find the best sales from the retailers that you love. And you can only get that in my newsletter. So again, the link to sign up for my newsletter is down in the description, and it is 100% free. The next frumpy layering mistake that you may be making is wearing a shapeless coat. So what am I talking about? Well, coats that are just shapeless, they don't have any figure defining aspects about them. So for an example would be this coat right here. So this is a down-filled puffer coat. Is this coat warm? Absolutely. Am I going to be wearing it on the absolute coldest days of the year when it's frigid outside? Yes, but this is a coat for function, not a coat for fashion. So I'm going to wear this with athleisure wear. I'm going to wear it with fleece-lined leggings and boots or something like that. This is not an everyday coat like you put on a great looking outfit and then you top it off with a coat like this. That's not what we want to do. Then you're just kind of ruining your whole outfit. You want a coat that's going to, one, be stylish, and two, define your figure in some way. And the best example of that is the classic trench coat. And yes, it is one of those coats that everyone needs in their closet for rain or for days when it's not frigidly cold. You know, you can layer up a nice cashmere sweater underneath this and top it off with the coat, and you're probably going to be okay. But the secret to a trench coat is the belt. It cinches you in at your midsection and it defines your waist and doesn't leave you looking shapeless. Now, trench coats are not the only kind of coat that does this. I'll throw up some other pictures over here. You can get a wrap style coat or any other coat that has a belt. That is going to do a much better job. Or it doesn't even have to have a belt. You know, you can get a coat that has a little bit more structure to it that isn't just a big rectangular blob. And that's going to keep you from looking frumpy in your coat layer. And mistake number 5 is making you look frumpy in your layers: wearing your sweaters after their prime. So what do I mean? I mean sweaters that are stretched out, misshapen, they've been washed or mistreated or worn out, and you know, the neck is all stretched out and doesn't lay right, or maybe it's really bad with pills all over it. That is going to make you look frumpy real quick. So if you have any sweaters that fit that description, save them for wearing around home, save them for wearing to take the dogs out, or just when you want to be cozy at home. Don't wear those out. And contrary to what you may have been told or what you believe, pilling on wool or cashmere sweaters does not mean they are of poor quality. Not at all. It's just the nature of the fibers in cashmere and wool. This is a cashmere sweater from Quince, and where you're going to get pilling the soonest is usually like down here, where under the arms, where your arms rub against the inside of the sweater, or maybe around the bottom of the sweater if your sleeve rubs around there a lot. So that does not mean that it's poor quality. It's just from the friction that occurs when you wear a sweater. And I know you've all heard or tried the method of shaving your sweaters where you get a dull razor and shave the pills off of it, but that is dangerous, because even though it's dull, you can still snag your sweater with that blade and create a pull in it or damage your sweater. So you don't want to do that. So I wanted to share this device that I got recently. This is from the brand Nori, and this is the Nori trim, and it is a sweater trimmer. You plug it in to charge it, and then it's got this little container down here to catch the fuzz, and here's the guard on the front. That's what's going to protect your sweater from the blades. The blades are inside, so there's the blade. And it comes with 2 replacement blades. So you put that cover on, it's got that protection, you push the button, and you can see I've already got some pilled up sweater down in that little container. That is where I had the pilling from wearing this sweater, and it got it right off. It looks good as new and 0 damage to my sweater. So don't mess up your good sweaters with a dull razor, get something like the Nori, and I'll have this linked down in the description. Be sure to check out the next video I post, which is going to be the 5 layering pieces that never look frumpy. Thank you all for watching today, and until I see you in my next video, have a stylish day. Bye.